Right now, it looks like for the upcoming Nintendo Direct, we are going to be seeing 3D Mario. Now, let me explain. You might just say that the 40th anniversary is over, but I'm just going to say that the 40th anniversary has just begun. Now, if you took a look at it, you could say that 2025 is the 40th anniversary, and we already passed it, so now we're going into the Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary and Pokemon's 30th anniversary. But technically, where Japan is concerned, they go by fiscal year, which is essentially in March. So this could mean that we're still into the 40th anniversary of Mario, and we're not going to be seeing anything Zelda related until the next Nintendo Direct. Not the one that's coming, but the one after that. So what exactly does this mean? Well, for surely, we can start to see a brand new 3D Mario game. Because if you look at it, it's been over 10 years. Now, I don't want to hear any of that stuff. That's like, alright, well, we just got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which means we're not going to be seeing another 3D Mario game. If you look at every other 3D Mario game in the past, they are all built by different companies, which is really great, so it doesn't mean that we are going to be seeing an Odyssey 2. Doesn't mean that we're not going to be seeing a 3D Mario as a whole. It just means that that team is probably not going to be developing the next 3D Mario game. And that's completely okay. It seems like the next 3D Mario game is going to be open world. Now, an open world 3D Mario game is really interesting. It could be something like Bowser's Fury. Now, Bowser's Fury definitely is a cool game because you're able to go wherever you want in this sort of little island. And every about 30 minutes or whatever it is, Bowser gets really big and evil, and then you have to take him down with the big cat bell. So it's kind of running on a clock. And you have to go and collect a whole bunch of shines so then you can take down Bowser. Now, it could be something similar to that, or it could be something like if you look at the movie themselves. The movie for 3D Mario is really cool because it allows you to see what the Mushroom Kingdom would look like if it was open world. So you have New York City, which we can say that that is New Donk City from the Odyssey games. Then you go over to Mushroom Kingdom, but this is all going through a seamless open world. Then you can go to the Donkey Kong Country games if you wanted to and do a whole level there. It would either be an open world hub game where it's a whole hub and then you click on the button and boom, you're entered the level. Or it's a seamless experience like Bowser's Fury. Now that's definitely a cool factor of how the next 3D Mario game could be placed in this world. Because I've been saying this forever now, but every single Nintendo game is going to be open world at some point. Just look at it. We got Xenoblade that's open world. We got The Legend of Zelda that's open world. We're going to be seeing Kirby that's open world. We got Mario Kart that's open world. We got a whole bunch of other things that are open world. Probably Splatoon at this point is going to be open world. The point is, a bunch of different things are going to be open world. Hey, and that's okay. You know, being able to explore to your heart's content is the greatest things about video games because it's your journey and it's your opportunity. So it just looks like in this Nintendo Direct, we are going to be seeing a 3D Mario game. And I would be really shocked, like mind blown, exploding if we don't get a 3D Mario game. Because that is the best marketing strategy right here. So let's just say that you go to the movies, okay? You're watching the Galaxy movie, you're having a great time, you're super into it, and then all of a sudden, you go over to the store and you got yourself Super Mario Galaxy 3 World Adventuring Star Island. Maybe that's what it's going to be called. Maybe that's not what it's going to be called. But the point is, you get the next 3D Mario game, you pick it up, you start playing it. Imagine how many doubloons you can get for doing that. I'm just saying, Nintendo, you have to do something like this. And it's okay if we don't get anything for the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda immediately, because usually it's a bit later on in the year than next Nintendo Direct. Let's just say we get a Direct in May. Well, there you go. You can get your Legend of Zelda game for July. Just like we seen it in the 2021 Nintendo Direct, where we got Skyward Sword in July, which was really great because it allowed you to have a summer game when everyone's off and all of that stuff. So, the next 3D Mario game seems like it could squeeze into this 40th anniversary. Because remember, we're still technically in the 40th anniversary of Mario, which is why we are getting a new Mario Tennis game earlier in the year, which is going to be happening really soon. I think it's this week. We are also going to be getting a Yoshi game, which is essentially earlier in the year, is still sort of part of the 40th anniversary, which is great. And we got a whole bunch of different Mario games, which is really cool. Mario updates for like Animal Crossing. We got Mario different things. We got Zelda updates for Animal Crossing. Point is, we're getting a whole bunch of updates. We're getting a whole bunch of things. And it seems like 3D Mario could be the next best thing, the next biggest thing. And if you look at the console past history, if it's not in the first year, well then usually you would get a 3D Mario or a big game, a big Nintendo game in the second year. Sometimes it is in the third year, but I would still say the second year would bring that big 3D Mario. And right now, we don't have any big console sellers, so here's another key reason why you would need a 3D Mario or something like that to say, hey guys, come and buy yourselves a Nintendo Switch. The prices are going up, but hey, got yourself a Switch too. So that also reminds me. So since the prices are going to be going up, it's not a if, it's a when they're going to be going up, because the price of RAM is really bad. So does this mean Nintendo is going to be like, you know what guys, we're going to bring the game prices back down to $60 US. It would be a really great thing. Instead of $80, you got $60 games and an expensive console. I don't know if that would work better, but whatever. Then we got all of these things that, you know, mix into the plot line of 3D Mario. I think it's going to happen. So all this time when we were talking about Legend of Zelda stuff, you know, we were talking about what a Splatoon, Pokemon, whatever. All of this time, Nintendo was probably developing the next 3D Mario, and we just haven't known about it. We just don't quite know about it until they announce it. Maybe they kept it underneath sealed doors. No one can go in or no one can go out. Make sure to keep this sealed and secret. That's why there's no leaks about it. That's why there's no rumors about it. It makes sense. I'm just saying, it makes sense. So what are your thoughts about the next 3D Mario? Do you think it's going to be happening for the next Nintendo Direct? Like I said, I think it's going to be happening. It's still technically the 40th anniversary of Super Mario. So with that being said, we could probably see this 3D Mario. It looks like it's going to be open world. So that's great, because the last time that we got a 3D Mario game, Odyssey, really showed what a 3D Mario game in an open world setting could look like. And then Bowser's Fury really expanded upon that and made it really great, like really great. The previous 3D Mario games was 3D World, which wasn't really World, so I feel like that name should have been changed to 3D Island. That could have been it. And then we could have got this 3D Mario game, which would have been called 3D World, because you would be going into the Mushroom Kingdom, or 3D Mushroom Kingdom, I don't know, but you would be going into the Mushroom Kingdom. You would see Peach's Castle. Maybe that could be your base of operations. And then you do different little levels. And you get different power stars and a whole bunch of things. It could be something like 64, where you jump into a painting and it's technically open world. I wouldn't say it's fully open world where it's seamless, but it's technically, I guess, because you got your little paintings and you jump to one painting to the next painting. And then you go to Bowser's Island and do a whole bunch of weird stuff. Overall, it's definitely an interesting thing how this game would work, but I'm just saying it's probably going to happen. Like, it's just a good time to see a 3D Mario game. You're getting a 3D Mario movie. Just like in 2027, we hope to get a brand new Legend of Zelda sort of game. It's not going to be the next 3D or mainline Legend of Zelda game, but it would still be something to do with the Legend of Zelda. Because then again, we're probably going to be seeing something this year for The Legend of Zelda, and maybe even something else next year for The Legend of Zelda, so then you can pick up something Legend of Zelda for the special anniversary, technically still, and watch the movie at the same time. So anyways, what are your thoughts on all this? Do you think I rambled on and on about something completely unnecessary? Or do you think, you know what? We could be seeing this. We could, oh my gosh, it's mind blowing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Consider hit the like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. I would really appreciate it. And with that being said, see you in the next one.